Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. So, if you haven't been under a rock, you will know that this man caused a stir this weekend with only I want to say a few seconds of information. And he also was elected to local government in California in Stockton. The gentleman that I am speaking on is none other than Jason Lee. So I felt like, why not tap into the energy around Jason Lee to see how things are going to go from him now that he's in local government, and he just dropped what could be a bombshell. And we just have to wait and see how the information that he gave pretty much flourishes, if it turns into something or if it just kind of fizzles out. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and tap in and get into some things. Let's tap into Jason Lee. Alrighty. Okay, so we got the Palace of Coins has come out in the upright. So things are going very, very well for him. Business-wise, financially, he's doing very well. Things are very stable for him. Um, Bottom of the deck. What's with the... Okay, so we got anxiety here. So it's like he had or has possibly, anxiety around, his work and where he's going, because this is a new venture for him, going off into local government. Okay, come on now with all the big cards now. So here it is. We've got the Palace of Cups. So to have the Palace of Coins and the Palace of Cups, those are very major cards. So when we look at the financial sector and we look at his private life, not necessarily just his love life, but in general, everything that is around him, he's in a really, really great position right now. This is like one of the best time periods of his life so far. Things are finally aligning the way that he's always dreamed of. Okay, let's see. So Knight of Wands with the Page of Swords. So this is telling me that Jason is interesting, okay? This is letting me know that he's one of those, even though he's a gossip blogger, okay, he's definitely one of those types of people that believes in don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. He's very, very aware of how he's being seen, because when you see the Page of Swords, that represents being watched, knowing people are watching your content footage, knowing that people, will see you because you're a public figure. So he makes sure that he's in and out. He doesn't really stick around in certain places or in certain situations with people. I'm hearing the word anymore. So he may have wanted to be more included in the pulse and the vibe of the way things went when he first really started trying to build his brand. But I'm getting the energy, it's like he doesn't really feel the energy where he is now to be mixy. He's more conscious of who he allows to be around him, not just because of what he has now, but because of the plans on where he's going. But behind the scenes, yeah, you definitely had your fun. You had your fun, honey. Knight of Wands. So it feels like when it comes to, the running for local government he decided to take a leap of faith, but it's like he juggled with if he should or if he shouldn't. He really went through a lot of contemplation if this was even something that he wanted to do or should do, but then he decided to just go ahead and leap off into it, and it ended up paying off. So here we go, Ace of Wands and the High Priestess. So that shows me that at this point in time, okay, it's forward movement and expansion. He's getting ready to do a lot of things to expand his brand, but he's keeping his cards very close to his chest. He knows a lot of information, okay? A lot of information that he doesn't share. So he's more cautious now about the type of stories that he shares because he's thinking about building his brand and building bridges and relationships. So some things that he would have spilled as tea years ago would not come across his desk today because he's thinking about building an empire. But Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Don't put it past him, baby. He still got it in him, right? His ear is to the street. His hand is always on the pulse of what's going on. He's always just a step away from breaking some really, really deep, juicy information on people. But it's like where he is now, I'm getting the energy of you should be happy I spared you. You guys think that what I tell you are the juicy parts, and if you only knew, if you only had a clue about the things I don't say. That's the energy that I'm getting. So it's like, yes, I built my platform off of spilling tea, but I got Long Island iced tea that I haven't even shared with y'all yet. So here's this nice cup of chamomile, but it gets way deeper than what I tell you all. So, wow. Judgment. Okay, so Judgment is like, wow, interesting. So okay, we're about to, I knew sooner or later we're going to take a turn into something that might, be in some mess. So it's like he from what I'm seeing here, allegedly, before we go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. All things said are alleged. So this looks like he thought about how he thinks now about how he's going to be judged on certain things before he shares certain information. And oh wow, there's some information that he has on someone that's very, very prominent that literally could put this person in jail, and the story is still pending. Okay, notice. Okay, you got this woman in this bubble. Okay, the bubble usually is like, someone who lives in a atmosphere that is protected. Okay, but it's like that bubble may not be able to protect this woman from whatever it is that she got herself caught up into. Why is it this lady might end up going to jail if Jason spills this whole story? You got a Wheel of Fortune here, and then you've got a Six of Swords. So this right here to me feels like Jason's dilemma. He's not even worried about if this person goes to jail or not. He's thinking about how this will affect his brand now that he's going into the direction he's always wanted to go into. And he thought about, should I avoid this situation because it's toxic and I'm going into a new direction? But this right here, this is network gold. Should I leave it behind? Should I clean off the table and leave no crumbs. Um, so he played around with if he was going to release certain information, because he thought about how it would affect his brand, his platform, and things that he's going to do in the future. But then again, it's like this is a very high profile, profitable story. So, got it. So this Palace of Coins, okay, this Palace of Coins represents a very opulent place, okay? Very, very opulent place. This is like a palace, a castle. This is a very wealthy place, okay? Three of Coins. Three of Coins represents collaborations. Collaborations are usually like, um, you have to collaborate to work together. So this may have been considered a work event in a very prominent place. Okay, so here it is. You've got, ooh, you got the Three of Wands, which represents, your opportunities coming in, your blessings, your ships coming in. And he's really trying to figure out, how does he balance his new life and his old life? Because some of this information that he has, it is not just about it. Excuse me. It's not just about it being tea. It's about it being also dangerous, because he has to think about, oh, somebody doesn't want me to say that. Excuse me. He has to think about how he moves around after he shares some of this information. So it's like, depending on how toxic it is, he's going to move forward and leave it behind, and go for a new venture, a new opportunity, possibly a new story, because it's some stuff that goes so far deep down the rabbit hole that you may not come back. So he's trying to pull back from sharing certain things, not because that particular story could get him caught up. It's because of where that story leads to, because it leads to something way bigger that he doesn't want a part of. So I get it. So you got this King of Coins here, who represents like a middle-aged man who is very wealthy, very well-to-do. This is someone who, may be considered like a mentor as well to others, someone that is high profile, highly seen. But this is also someone who doesn't, stick around, often. So you would have to be in a certain circle to even be privy to being in the room with this person. Now, I want y'all to pay attention that this is the King of Coins. You got the Palace of Coins. So this is the King of Coins house, okay? This wealthy man. This is his home. Three of Coins. He wanted to do a collaborative effort at his home, okay? And the Palace of Cups represents, love and good energy and being jovial. So it feels like this... I know where this is going. Y'all, listen. I may have to speak in an allegory kind of way. And if you've been watching me, you know why. So this was a work event at this very prominent person's home, okay? People came together to collaborate at this home. And when you look at Palace of Cups, this is a jovial, peaceful event. It was what was supposed to be like a loving, peaceful place where you can go to network for opportunities. This was supposed to be a major opportunity. Lord, I'm trying to stay out this rabbit hole myself, because I feel like I'm going somewhere that, oh God. So, Page of Swords. Knight of Wands, King of Coins. Somebody caught something on video, and it was something that happened very, very swiftly. And baby, listen, this is not what people think. Okay, this is not what people think was caught on video. Something was caught on video at this place that may have been of a very carnal nature as well. And it feels like whoever caught this on camera, I don't even feel like they meant to catch this. It was like a fluke. So just think if you're, playing around on Instagram and you're, trying to find the right filter, or you're trying to take a picture, right? You're trying to upload something to say, hey, I'm here, having a great time. And something just miraculously unfolds while you're playing around with your camera. So I don't get that whoever got this intentionally was trying to get this. They just happen to be at the right place at the right time. And the Fool, this happened very swiftly. This was something that literally happened with like a blink of an eye. Like you if you turned your head, you would have been confused. Like, how did this happen? What happened? Wait a minute, I'm lost. How? What type energy, right? Because the Fool is like grease lightning. This is like a split second, something popped off. And there was a lot of aggressive energy around how to keep whatever this was quiet, because they knew that whatever this was could bring an end of a cycle to someone. This was career ending. That's the feeling. It definitely was going to slow down money for whoever this was, that they weren't going to come back from this. Okay, so juggling with how to handle this. Two of Pentacles, okay? Two of Pentacles. Juggling with how to handle this, because there is a lot of aggressive energy around keeping this type of information secret. Because, when you got the Empress here, the Empress represents, bringing things into fruition. And what they were worried about bringing into fruition, if this information got out. Remember that woman I told you about that's kept in a bubble? That bubble seals her and protects her? Yeah, this information got out. They were worried about this possibly leading to jail time for someone. And that's why we have Judgment here, because this would cost this person damn near everything, because they will have to go before the court of public opinion. And this is something that could pop up in court as well. So you got the King of Cups here. Ooh, Jason, you are a cauldron that is bubbling over with secrets. There's so much going on that's tied into this story, and this is why he didn't want to share this story. It's not because of the person in particular. It feels more like the judgment that would come from the people that protect this person. Bottom of the deck, Death. Yeah, Queen of Cups. It's like, he's very big on following his intuition. And his intuition has helped him a lot. It's paid off for him, because, the Queen of Cups falling under the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, trust your intuition, follow your intuition. Your intuition is going to lead you in the right direction, and it's going to pay off handsomely for you. And he knew, okay. Follow your intuition. So this is why he shared the story. So anybody that's new to me, I read as I shuffle, not just what hits the table. And because I'm an intuitive medium and not just a tarot card reader, I'm going to pull different information that may not be in the cards, but is still in the story. So please follow me. So you've got this Five of Wands and this Hangman. So Five of Wands represents a physical altercation. And we're talking about a very, very vicious physical altercation. Something where multiple people either may have had to get involved to stop it. Okay. And this was very aggressive, happened very swiftly. Like I said, I do not believe that the person who initially caught this was trying to catch this. This was something that happened while they were in the middle of just simply having a good time, and they were trying to. I get that the person initially was playing around with their phone, and they really were just trying to, you know, it's like I feel like they were either trying to make a Snapchat video or something for Instagram. Like it was literally like marketing purposes. Like I'm here. This is a big event. You know, this is a private event. This is a very exclusive event. You know, I want to get, you know, my video or picture out to say, hey, I was here, right? And then, you know, all hell breaks loose. I don't feel like the person intentionally was trying to catch a moment. Yes, somebody else may have felt it brewing and they wanted to be messy, but I feel like the one who had the best angle, because there's more than one person who has this, but there's only one person that was willing to possibly cough it up. Yeah, it was a group effort to, you know, make sure that this didn't see the light of day, that this story was squashed, because there's someone that is very high up on the food chain that had high anxiety over how this was going to be perceived. Yeah. Now, I can't say that everything that Jason is saying is 100% the truth, but allegedly, this is the card of nothing but the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Okay, Ace of Swords in the upright is very, very pertinent. This is the truth. Okay, so allegedly, whatever this is that Jason has, because it is the truth, I see why he wanted to be so cautious about how he approached this, because the people that are behind the story who actually came together to host this event are very prominent people, very powerful people. So he had to make sure that he handled this in the right way. But I'm here to tell you, this is the reason why someone was so worried, because this could lead to somebody going to jail. And they're trying to protect this person at all costs. So you got an emperor. This is definitely someone that's very high up on the food chain that called these shots. Ooh, I don't know if Jason has the tea that I'm looking at right here, but now I understand also whoever has this video of this cardinal moment. Oh my God. I'm not dropping that one. I will not be responsible for that, whether it's allegedly or not. But it's a reason why people decided to move on from this situation, because they consider this to be highly toxic. Okay. Very, very scary territory. And it's like people people are like, this is above my pay rate. I don't want any parts of this. Not because of the person that the story is about, but because of where it happened and who is over, the how do I say this? Who's over the careers of the people that were involved. See how many times this showed his face and it finally came out? The Eight of Swords. So we've got the Fool card here. This leap of faith, this foolish decision, this impetuous decision that came out of nowhere to be, very hasty and aggressive. Was going to lead to this person losing money, going to jail, and somebody had to really consider everything that has been invested in this person. And this is why it feels like there was a very, very aggressive, strong movement to keep this quiet, and they juggled with how they were going to deal with this because they had to think about what was going to be birthed out of this situation. And somebody had very, very deep feelings about this person's behavior, how they were going to be judged before people, not the general public people, but, the jury of their peers, their, co-workers, constituents, you name it. Okay. But this person is keeping their mouth shut. They're very, very stoic, very quiet about this incident. But with this falling under judgment, it's like, if I hadn't invested so much in you, show me what's stewing and brewing under this person that's upset but not speaking on how they feel. Ooh, Jesus, look at here. Heartbroken. You got shame, remorse, regret, embarrassment. So, oh, that's definitely not good. So here it is. This feels like this is why, Jason has to be more careful with, the content that he shares right now more than any other time. It doesn't, I'm not getting the energy because he's working in law enforcement, so to speak, or in, local government. That's more correct. I'm not getting the energy with him working in local government that he wants to govern his tongue more so because of his new career. This feels like he's worried about everything that he's invested in his platform and what can happen because this King of Wands, not knowing what this person is going to do, this fire sign. Because this person has invested a ton. Ace of Pentacles, a ton. And all they're getting is heartbreak, humiliation, regret, shame, remorse. And this falling under death is like, I feel like this dissolved the last of the relationship between this King of Wands and this person who behaved poorly. So this person is pretty much out on their own. I don't think they understand that this incident pretty much cut them off. So this person is functioning under the guise of still being protected, still being connected. And it feels like the authority that is over this person is willing to allow that to happen for business purposes because they invested so much. But this is like final cutoff, death. It was like something has to come to an end for something to begin. So yeah, this person doesn't even know. They don't even understand how how done this person is with them. Oh, strength. Also, oh yeah, Jason got a lot of information on this person. So this is when I say you got strength falling out under the Ace of Swords. Let's just say he knows the truth about a fire sign and an air sign, because strength represents, Leo, or, he's very strong in his information and his conviction as well. So hold on, let me cover up her little bitties, y'all, because y'all know YouTube be messing with us about the images in our tarot cards. But here it is. That's that air sign, the star. So he knows the truth about, oh, wow. Baby, the little bit that he has said is nothing in compared to what he knows. He's sitting on something really, really big. Something really, really big. And he knows why, these people are concerned, because this is going to rock the stability and the financial standing of some people involved. This is going to cost this person, well, I'll say the person who invested in the person whose name I'm refusing to use. This was going to cost the person who invested in this person a ton, okay? What he knows can affect the whole infrastructure of how this person makes money. Oop. Once again, let me cover up her little bitties. So this is a big unrequited offer for this air sign. The star, which represents Aquarius. Pardon me, I got a card flew off the table. Where did it go? It flew off the table and up under some stuff. Y'all, this chair, this card went all the way up under my seat. So it was in upright. So you got the Page of Wands. That right there shows me there's a lot of secrecy in the direction that the people that are over this person is going to take, due to the heartbreak that came from an occurrence at a very prominent business venture, okay, business event. They're keeping their cards very close to their chest about what their next move is going to be, their goal and intention on how to move forward, because there's a lot riding on this, and I feel like it's way bigger than this artist. Like, this person almost cost somebody a very, very lucrative deal, okay? Because Wheel of Fortune is huge money, okay? Huge money. Yeah, and I want y'all to pay attention. Like, this wheel is supposed to represent the wheel of time, but it also looks like a roulette table, so to speak. So, yeah, go figure. Do what you do with that. And it all could have been pissed away due to, the physicality Okay. Something that popped off. You know what I'm saying? It got popping. Because this person wasn't thinking, was acting on impulse, and caused a very, very physical situation. This person almost, was put in a light to where they felt like they could have lost an investment. And this person has a lot going on. You got Palace of Swords and the Moon. Palace of Swords, for me, represents the big house and secrets. So this person, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm trying not to go into a rabbit hole. I'm trying so hard. Um, it feels like this person may have known that they were facing such energies, or they may have been tipped off about certain energies. Okay. And they just don't need any, they don't need any extra exposure on any, you know, negative energy right now. Um, this relationship is like hanging on by a thread. And the reason why is because this person is trapped in their own toxicity. And that toxicity led to a very shameful, dark moment that caused a lot of heartbreak, regret, and remorse during a work event. So you got Temperance here at the bottom of the deck, which represents balance through a new beginning. So they had to find a way to get balance through a new beginning by getting control of the narrative. But they needed everybody to play along for this to work. Well, I'm here to tell you it wasn't going to work for long, and it looks like it has nothing to do with Jason Lee, sweetheart. It was going to come out anyway because somebody is being watched by a very high level of government, and possibly, allegedly, it's going to be going to the big house soon. So this person has people watching them anyway from all angles, and it feels like, okay, so that explains the Nine of Swords that kept popping up as I was shuffling. A lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, but this person is keeping on a strong face before the public. And it's like, I cannot afford to have any negative publicity right now because I'm really hanging on by a string. So, whew. Yeah. So they had to get, like I said, they had to get control of the narrative so that they can get balance through a new beginning, because this person has high anxiety over how this is going to affect their money, how they're going to be seen, how all of these things are going to, you know, put a damper on business relationships. And they have to also worry about, keeping up a certain appearance in public because you know that you're being watched. Even though the people around you may not have known you were being watched. You knew, allegedly. Yep. So they wanted to move away from this toxic situation because they, like, look at this. This represents high level of law enforcement, King of Swords. They knew that this could go to court. This person could end up in jail, and this could literally, ruin whatever the situation is that they have with them, the whole working situation. But it feels like they're preparing to cut this person off and move forward. Eight of Cups is walking away from people, places, and things. Six of Swords is, toxic, negative energy environments, and, separating from those things, like an exodus, you know, sneaking off in the middle of the night, escaping. So she may not, or he may not, whoever this person is, may not see this coming when this person separates from them and ghosts them. Hermit represents, you know, becoming an introvert or ghosting someone. So when this person is ready to sever all ties, it's going to be a surprise to this person. And this person is low key behind the scenes doing whatever they need to do that they deem necessary to separate, you know, the energy between them. And I'm getting that this person is unaware. This person still feels like they, you know, have like an umbrella of protection around them, and they don't even know this person's hand has already been removed. They're just slowly stepping backwards, just slowly stepping away until they finally fade to black. Yeah, they got a lot of anxiety about things that have, you know, been brought into fruition due to, you know, the secrets that have to be kept around this person and how it's going to affect their stability. And here it is. Due to what happened at this, you know, jovial event, they're walking away from this person. They're separating from this person. They're going to go in a new direction. And when they do, I'm telling you, it's going to be a surprise. And, you know, the Lovers, bottom of the deck, is not just a card about a lover. Lover represents Gemini, duality, and choices. So due to this person's choices and how it's going to affect this person's stability and overall life, okay? No matter what the attachment is, no matter what is invested in this person, if it affects the money and the bottom line, it has to be cut off. It has to be separated from this person's portfolio. Everything with this person is seen as budgets, numbers, portfolios, not people, okay? So yeah, there was a lot of money on the line that was involved in, you know, this jovial affair, this event. This person had a lot riding on what was going on that night. This was supposed to be a very pivotal evening until the devil showed his horns. Yeah, this King of Wands, it's like the Lovers. He's like, you know, your choices. He feels like this person's choices, one way or the other, is going to land them in jail. And they want to move on, and they're going to ghost this person. Interesting how this took a whole turn into something different. So let me clear the table. I'm going to go off into a few oracles, and then we're going to close this out because I want this to be up to date so that everybody can see this weekend. So I get why he's, you know, being very careful with the things that he shares now, because y'all, when I tell you, this rabbit hole runs very, very deep, and the structure of the people who needed to protect certain information is very high up on the food chain. These are people that can make a difference in how you move, you know, in the room, or if you're even in the room at all. Let's see. Do I want Sabila's or... probably, let's see, we can do a mix of both. All right. Come on, Kippers. All right, show me energy for what to expect with Jason Lee over the next 2 years. Okay, so we've got the occupation card. Bottom of the deck, the community. So he's going to be very active in the community, especially being that now he works in local government. Okay, so we have the privileged lady here. Privileged lady is, because he has a feminine energy around him, it's like he's going to be like the belle of the ball, okay? And he's going to work with some very prominent people in local and, I want to say, not just local government, but just in government in general. He's going through like a growth process. Yeah, and it's going to come from him touching the community, him, you know, getting out there, talking to the people, being involved. It's definitely going to help to make him more well-rounded and more compassionate, because he's going to actually be involved with the people and the decisions that actually affect real people, not just the type of people that he reports about, you know, people who fake it to make it and they need to look a certain way so that they can make the algorithm for him to talk about. He's going to go into dealing more so with real people, and it's going to be like a humbling experience in a really, you know, kind, respectful kind of way. So this is going to be something that, you know, which I see that he's taking this seriously, but I'm saying if he takes this serious, this is going to be really, really good for him. Judicial and wealth. Yeah, him working in local government is actually going to help to bring good energy into his life. It's like sowing good karma, and the karma, well, it's karma and dharma, if you know, but you know, sowing good energy into the universe, and the universe returning the energy for what he does for regular people. So he's going to have to really focus on taking care of his health, not burning the candle at both ends, because he's not going to really have much time to sit still, and you don't want to exhaust yourself and wear yourself out from, you know, overworking. So you've got the main female here. Also, don't be surprised if a story that he's broke ends up being sourced in court. Pathway to toil and labor. So it's like somebody may try to make it hard for him and make it complicated for him, because they know if he's sourced in court, and someone may want to find out, you know, where he's getting such information, this could really, 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 really put him in a tough space. Because here it is, of course, as the media, you know, you can't force a media person, a journalist, to give up their source. But that doesn't mean that certain people will not try to apply pressure to keep him from, you know, being so open with information that he's sharing. So you have the child card here, which doesn't necessarily mean that he could have a child. You know, even if he possibly wants to adopt. The child represents, you know, as far as business is concerned, new things that he's going off into that are like fledgling ideas that are going to grow for him. Yeah, so as far as his occupation as a vlogger, yeah, he's got somebody behind the scenes that really wants to make this complicated for him, um, because he's he hasn't shared what he's going to share yet, but whatever it is he's going to share is going to lead to toil and labor, and it's going to be a pathway to imprisonment for someone. And I'm telling you that that person, this is going to put a hardship on their occupation, because the occupation is the first card out in this row, and because it's going to cause a hardship for this person and how they work and how they move around, because this person is considered like the privileged lady as well, due to the type of energy that they're attached to, the people that they're attached to. So it looks like this story is the story that keeps on giving. The Lovers, notice how the Lovers popped out in the Sibyllus and in the tarot. This is going to be very, very prevalent, okay? This the Lovers, like I said, doesn't just represent lovers. It's like Gemini, choice, and duality. So this person, this privileged lady, due to their choices, it's affecting how they're being seen in the community. And this person is only worried about the court of public opinion, but they don't understand that this could actually end up in court. Even if they don't go to court for this incident, it can be cited in court. And the community is going to be looking at this person, changing their outlook on this person. Okay, so when you got confinement, imprisonment here, people are going to be expecting this person to be reprimanded for this behavior. Yeah, the public opinion on this person is going to switch tremendously. I mean, dramatically, once some things come out in court. And whoever this mature woman is that is connected to this situation, that's concerned about how this is going to affect wealth, because it's like it could literally dry up things overnight. Thief. Okay, this person is going to be seen as unreliable, undependable, someone who swindled people in some kind of way. Bad health. Explain bad health. Yeah. Expectation. So yeah, there's way more to come. So it's like the expectation for the trajectory of what's going to happen with this person is really going to change. It's going to sour. Yeah. The main female thief. And remember, I said this person is going to be considered a thief because people are going to look at, hey, you devised a plan to, you know, take advantage of or manipulate or rob this person at unawares. This man didn't even see it coming that you were setting them up. Great fortune and the courtship. So no matter what, when it's all said and done, as far as Jason Lee is concerned, he's going to have a lot of good business ventures and partnerships that are going to add up for him, and they're going to lead to some really, really prominent connections for him. So the change for Jason Lee is going to be positive over the next 2 years. Um, that's a blessing. That's really, really good. Couple of hiccups, but it looks like it's all going to, balance itself out. He just has to really, really be careful about taking care of himself, focusing on his health, because he's going to be very busy, and it's really easy to, you know, let things slip when it comes to health wise, when you don't have the time to sleep like you need to. You don't eat the way you're supposed to. So that looks like that's what his focus is gonna have to be on, is to make sure that he's taking care of himself, because he's really gonna be busy. So you got idea here. So he's a wealth of ideas, and this is what's going to help him to continue to build and grow his business. So you got family here, and family is not always about your actual family, but it's like the family that you create, the soul tribe that is around you. So it feels like he's tapping into the soul tribe that is around him versus the family that he grew up in. He's learning that, there are going to be people that are going to be more grateful of his energy and his presence than the ones that, he was raised around, and they're going to feel like more like family to him than some of his own family. So you got daydreaming and stubborn. So listen, I'm not even shocked that combination is popping up together. He's a Leo, okay? So me being a Leo myself, people think that a lot of, Leo ideas are very lofty, pie in the sky, impractical ideas. But one thing about a Leo, no one can do more with less. If you look at all the different famous Leos and you look at what they're famous for, look at how far they went with what they brought to the table. So you got conflict here and death at the bottom of the deck. So that's showing me that, he pretty much wants to bring it into conflict. Anything that is going to, sully his brand, even though, we started off knowing him through, him spilling the tea, the mess, right? But he wants to be known as more than that. He's working on building his empire so that his brand can be multifaceted and not just about tea. Now, here's a warning. Once again, illness. He has to really, really be careful to take care of himself and pay attention to his health, which is like I said, it's kind of hard when you're busy. You're jet set. You're here, there, everywhere. Death. So, interesting enough, death comes out with stress here. It's like he stresses over the things that have come to an end in his life, and he's now finally getting to a point to where he's accepting that energy and he's releasing things. He understands that certain things have to end for certain things to begin. So you got good news and fate that popped out at the same time. So as far as he's concerned, he's very stubborn on meeting his goals, okay? He's had a lot of people that told him this won't work, this isn't going to happen, and his stubbornness is what got him here. The spirit guides are saying the good news and fate. Even him working and vlogging, whether he knows it or not, This was a huge part of the puzzle of his life, because it was like he was fated to do this. He was fated to work in communication. Also, there's a communication that he has that he's going to share through his platform, that whether he knows it or not, it was fated for it to come through him, because it's going to be very pivotal that he shares this information more than anyone else. Why is that? Yeah, we had nightmare in real estate. So real estate falling under the idea card. Okay, this nightmare with real estate, which is like a travesty that happened at somebody's house. It's like he was handpicked to share this. See? You look at that. Confinement, jail, up under family. So, he's breaking out of, what feels like generational curses and energy that was attached to his family that kept him bound, throughout his life. He's graduating from any toxic energy that may have held him and bound him from his end. Also, this is letting me know that there's a very powerful family that is, ooh, about to face confinement. Someone who, people who are, they're fighting tooth and nail. Endorsement. So endorsement is like they're giving incentives to people to not possibly share certain information. And this is also why he was fated to share this, because he's turned down a lot of things that could have made him a lot of money because of his own personal internalized integrity. Some people may say, what integrity is Jason Lee? I'm here to tell you, from what I'm seeing, you would be surprised at the things he doesn't share. So, so I would suggest to him to make sure he stays up on his spiritual cleansing, because these people are the type that if they can't get you one way, they'll get you another. And this is also a way that they handle conflict. But the reason why they have this conflict is because Jason has evidence on something. And because he has evidence on something, somebody's going to have to eat their words, the apology. So here it is. You've got memories here, and it falls under illness. Yeah. I'm about to tap out of this, because when I say it, I'm trying so hard to share this in a way to where it doesn't expose something else, because there's something major here. Okay, so we got the stop card under death. So it's like when you got the stop card under death, it's not necessarily like trying to stop someone from, being unalived or something like that. It's in this context, this is more like someone's trying to fight the inevitable. Okay, they know something eventually is going to have to come to an end. They know that at a certain point in time, something is going to have to come to the light. And they're trying to stop this, whatever this is, from coming to the light. But it says that this is fated. It's fated for this to come out. This was supposed to happen this way. And the reason why is because this person has to live and learn. Okay, they were supposed to learn. Okay, and they didn't learn from their experiences. They just kept repeating a cycle. So because this person kept repeating a cycle and they refused to learn from their experiences and grow, the universe aligned this situation to come across Jason's desk, because this was to teach this person to elevate and change, because they were refusing to. Yeah. So you got blessings and readiness and collaboration. So I'm going to leave it here, because that means that there's a lot coming to Jason that's going to work out in his behalf. A lot of people are going to want to collaborate with him. And as far as business, he's going to be doing really, really well. All I can say is get your rest, eat well, and take care of yourself, because the only thing that I see with Jason Lee that is a concern is, like I said earlier, him not burning the candle from both ends and overexhausting himself. So this is my energetic tap in on Jason Lee and the energy around him for the next 2 years. Looks like things are going very well for him. He just has to be very mindful of his health. That's all I see. So I will see y'all in the next. And thank you so much for your viewership and support. Everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. This reading is adjourned. Bye, y'all.